is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul. Good vibes only, I'm in control. Turn the music up, let the rhythm roll. I move my body, I'm alive, I glow. Unstoppable, dancing through the fire. Every step higher, taking me higher. Smile so big, can't hold it in. Good vibes, good life, let's begin. Every scar made me wiser. Every tear lit the fire. I don't fear what's ahead. I am live, everybody. Hello, everyone. This is Arnett. I am the face behind this business page, personal page, and my YouTube page. Oh my God, I am so tan. Look at that. And I love it. I love my tan skin. I got this from what is that? I got this from Fiji, and it's also springtime, beautiful weather here in San Francisco, and taking advantage of wearing my summer dress. And then look at that. Anyway, so good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, wherever part of the world you are right now. So grateful for you guys to be here tonight, as tonight is a part of my 90 days Goran Success Challenge. It's a blueprint that I created 3 years ago, and my team and other business partners are doing this together as well. So this is gonna be my oh, probably 3, 4, 5, or 6 times that I am doing this 90 days Goran Success Challenge. And the reason why I'm doing this is to really build that repetition, uh, repetition habit, right? And also supporting my new mentees as well who just joined the business. So tonight is all about, I combine this topic, celebrating business milestones and encourage others to share their wins too. Some of my business partners are in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, just attending a retreat, which is absolutely beautiful to watch their videos, to watch the pictures. It's so nice. That's the reason why I love this business so much, guys, because you have the ability to travel anywhere in the world. As long as you're connected to Wi-Fi, you can run this business. And from virtual world, meeting my business partners, to an offline world, celebrating, learning, growing, grounding, right? And really know who you truly are. And that's the best part also, because what it would be nice that I joined them in the Dominican Republic, but I just got back from Fiji more than a week ago, and still adjusting. But I have work. I have a full time job, so I can just really take. That is the disadvantage, guys, because even though you want to go travel and meet business partners, travel with them, but you have if you're working in a corporate industry, then you are not your own boss. I am my own boss on my business, but I am not my boss when it comes to my full time job. And there is also an upcoming convention that's happening. Oh my God, there's so many things happening in our business community. There is happening in Puerto Rico, in Ireland, in New Zealand, in Australia, two in Canada, and also here in the United States. So in here in the United States, that is on June. That's something that I'll be attending because I am one of the speaker over there. So that's something that I am so excited about. And at this time, I'm gonna bring my family with me because it is they're off, right? It's a summer. So again, welcome back to my live. And today, I really want to slow things down for a moment, breathe into the space with you guys, and really talk about something that I believe so many people overlook in their journey, and that is the power of celebrating your milestone, my milestone, while you're still in the process of building your vision, right? Because so often, guys, especially if you are driven ambitious and focus on creating something greater greater for your life and for your family, it becomes very easy to always look at what is next. Always look we're always look of something that is missing, always look of what's not yet happened, right? And completely forget to acknowledge what you have already done, what you have already overcome, right? And how far you have already come. And tonight is not just about me, guys. It's not all about me sharing my story. It's about us creating a space where we really recognize growth, where we honor progress, and where we allow ourselves to feel so proud of the journey without feeling like we have to wait until everything is working perfectly right before we give ourselves permission to celebrate, right? So just gonna check my kids, like someone is yelling out there. Just give me 1 second. Okay, dokie. Like my 12 years old and my 6 years old. Oh my gosh, like they don't get along. One wants to play with my younger one, and my 12 years old doesn't want to play with him because she's too young. You're right. So that's something that, oh my gosh, every day is always like that. Someone is complaining, someone is, oh, is doesn't want to do it, yeah. But again, yeah, so for me, one of the most meaningful milestone I have experienced recently is being able to travel. That is one thing that I really want to share you guys, because this is how I expand and to really create beyond my immediate environment. Like when I was in Fiji, right, surrounded by incredible business partners, right, building relationship not just online but also in person, and really realizing that what we're building is not just a business, but a global movement of growth, connection, and opportunity, right? And what really touched me, guys, during that experience was not just the beauty of the place, but the awareness that growth looks different for everyone. And even in places where there are challenges like limited Wi-Fi or different resources, people are still showing up, is still learning, is still growing, and is still choosing to build greater for their future. That moment made me realize that this journey is bigger than just income. It is about impact. It is about expansion. That's my uh, um, intention going there, to expand the level of awareness that I have. It is about who you are becoming, and it is about creating life that once felt off, right? Felt out of reach, but it's now becoming a reality step by step, right? And then why celebrating wins matter. Let's talk about that. It is so important because many people think that celebration is something you do not only when you reach a big goal, right? A huge milestone or a major breakthrough. But the truth is, guys, if you only celebrate at the finish line, you will spend most of your journey feeling like you're not doing enough, right? Celebration shift your energy, because when you acknowledge your your mini progress, move from point A to point B to point C, right? With in a place of gratitude, and that gratitude really expands your awareness of what is already working in your life instead of keeping you focused only on what is missing, right? When you really operate from that place, you start thinking differently, you're showing up differently, you start speaking differently, and you start carrying yourself differently too, because now you are not only building from pressure, you are also building from appreciating yourself, that you are actually building that winner's image. That energy is truly powerful. So again, guys, small wins matter, showing up matter, and consistency, doing it even though you don't want to, but you show up anyway. That matters. Even also the decision to not give up on yourself when things feel hard is a win-win already that deserves recognition. Because if you cannot celebrate yourself in the small moments, you may struggle to feel fulfilled even when big moments come. And I never want you to build a life you constantly chasing, the next thing without even uh, feeling present in what you have already achieved. So that's always a good thing. The wins people, and then the thing is, like, people really don't talk about it, right? The wins that you have, people don't talk about it. Sometimes the most important wins are not just the one that everyone sees. And I really want to highlight this because social media, we are all in social media, often shows the highlight, right? The highlight reel. What else? Oh, the big numbers, the big moments, and the visible success. But there are so many invisible wins that deserves as much recognition. That inner work, right? Those are things, the decision, or the consistency. It's not all about the the materials things, but it's all about the inner work that you have been doing behind the scene. The cry moments, the sad moments, the sleepless nights, the sacrifice time, right? Even though, and the missing milestone of your kids, those are the moments that people don't really see. But in us, like, oh my God, there's so many sacrifices that we have been doing, and that alone deserves recognition, because without those or challenges that you have been dealing behind the scene was actually a part of your story to to be stronger, right? To be more courageous, to show up every single day because you really want to improve, right? The life that you want to improve. So if you are someone who feels like you do not have a big win, celebrate it. And I want to remind you that your consistency is a win too. Your courage is a win, and your commitment to success is a win, and your decision to keep going is a win, right? So again, I remember when I was in the season where I felt like I was just surviving, right? Oh my God, those was the toughest pain point that I really want to share with you guys. Few years ago, when I was been missing a lot of milestone for my little girl, working long hours, 6 days a week, sometimes 8 to 10 hours every single day, balancing responsibilities as a mom, as a manager, bank manager back then, and so many being a daughter too, taking care of my dad, right? Because he's been very sick at that time, and yeah, constantly feeling like no matter how hard I work, I was still limited by time, by income, by the structure of my situation. In that season, it was very hard to see my wins because I was so focused on what I did not have yet. And I know many of you can relate to that feeling where you are doing your best, but it still feel like something is missing. But everything started to shift when I allow. That's why you're allowing, you're allowed, you gave permission, or you gave permission or to yourself that you can actually do it, to see that even in that season. And when I see that, I started growing. I was learning, I was becoming stronger, and I was building the foundation for something greater for myself and for my family, even if I could not fully see it in front of me. And now being able to build something that allows more flexibility, right? You can leverage, more leverage, right? It's just a um, swipe or a click of your finger, everything changes, right? And that's basically what we have been doing on social media, right? Creating contents, inspiring people, right? Sharing the business opportunity of how this business can benefit someone else, right? One family at a time or one person at a time, by creating impact in their life. And yeah, and more alignment with the life I truly want to. And now I can look back and realize that every small step mattered, and every lesson mattered, and every moment of persistence really mattered, right? So again, your story is still being written, and I really want you to understand that whatever you are right now in your journey, your story is still being written. And just because you have not probably see it yet, reach your desired outcome yet, I put say yet, right? Because you'll get there. You are already there. That's who you are becoming, right? So sometimes we are too quick to judge our current chapter without even realizing that is a part of a bigger story. It's a bigger picture that is still unfolding. And if you keep showing up, and if you keep believing that, uh, or you keep believing and have faith, the chapters ahead may look very different from where you are today. That's why you are not stuck. People always say, I feel like I'm stuck. No, you are in progress. You are not behind, you are building. Change the language. Don't say you're not stuck. I am in progress. You are not behind, I am building. I am not failing, right? You are not failing, you are learning. And every step you take, guys, is moving you closer to something greater, even if you cannot really see it yet, right? So yeah, and this is where I want to bring you into this conversation, guys, because this is not just about me sharing my milestone. This is about you creating a space where you celebrate your success as well. So I want you to ask. That's why I want to ask something simple but powerful. If you're watching this, 2 million, right? What is one thing, what is one thing or one win you have had recently? So feel free to drop it in the comment, because I really want you to really think about this, not just the big wins, but even the small ones too, because sometimes the smallest wins are actually the most meaningful one, right? Maybe your win is that you started something new. Maybe your win is that you showed up today even when you did not feel like it, right? Maybe your win is that you learned something valuable. Maybe your win is that you decide to believe in yourself again. Yeah, so feel free to drop that in the comments, because your win matters, your journey matters. And when you share your win, you are not only celebrating yourself, but you are also giving someone else permission to see their own progress too, right? So, yeah, so let's create a culture of celebrating each other, right? And then one thing I truly believe is that what I said is to creating a culture where we celebrate each other. And we have a community, right? Where we uplift each other, and where we recognize that success is not just it's not a competition, but a journey that we can all grow together. Because when you celebrate others, you expand your capacity to receive too. And when you genuinely feel happy to someone else's progress, you align yourself with the same energy of growth and possibility. And oh my gosh, I remember the time that I got so jealous, and I really mean it, When I first started this business, I am so jealous every time I see people are progressing. But now, in the level of mindset that I have, it my mindset change. I have I celebrate with them because I am kind of like getting that energy, right? And I'm open to receiving to what the energy that they are. Oh, in the think and grow rates, there's what they call transmutation of energy, right? So when you give love to someone else, it always comes back at you too. When you're kind to others, people also kind to you. And when you celebrate someone else's success, then also you're pulling their success towards you too. So there's it's energy work, right? So again, and in our business, in our community, and in our environment, we really create a space for people to grow without judgment. And that's something that I love, to learn without pressure and to celebrate without comparison, because everyone's journey is totally different. And every step to forward deserves to be acknowledged. So I acknowledge you too for being here. So when you see someone winning, celebrate them. Be happy, because when you see someone growing, support them. And when you see someone trying, encourage them, because the energy you give is the energy you create around you as well, right? And this is exactly why I love what we are building, because this is not just about making money, right? This is about creating a space where people can grow. People can learn new skills to build their confidence, right? And truly step into the new version of themselves while being supported by a system, because we do have a system, we do have a structure and a community that understand the journey. And again, I say this all the time, that what I've learned from my mentor Bob Proctor is the word proximity. And proximity really changed everything around me, by surrounding myself with the right people, with the right mindset, with the right community that really supports you and encourage you at the same time, right? Because again, oh, not everyone have access to environments that encouragement, right? That growth. Not everyone has mentorship too, and not everyone has a clear path. And this is what a difference for me, having something structured, something guided, and something that allowed me to build alongside my current life. So if you have been watching, and if you have been curious, and if you have been feeling like there might be something more available for you, this could be your moment to explore what that looks like. Yeah. So yeah, so call to action, guys, is if this video or this live or this message spoke to you, if you felt really encouraged, and if you are open to learning more about what we do, just just be curious, do your due diligence, ask question, because this could be an overview where you can see the bigger picture and understand the system that we have been using, and really decide for yourself if it aligns with what you're looking for. The good news, there's no pressure at all, because this is an opportunity for you to explore, and at the same time, do not live this life without also sharing your win, because today is about you too. So yeah, so I want to leave you with this message, that do not wait until everything is perfect to celebrate yourself. you know do not wait until you reach the top to feel proud, and do not wait until others recognize you before you recognize yourself. You should be the number one that will recognize yourself before others, because again, The journey you are right now really matters. The effort you are putting in matters. And the person you are becoming through this process is also worth celebrating. So celebrate your growth, celebrate your courage, your consistency, celebrate your wins, whether it is big or small. And remember, guys, you are there. You're closer than you think. So that's it for me, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And again, it's just so amazing to really watch my business partners, their pictures, their videos, meeting one of our business partners in the community who just earned 1.1 million in a month, believe it or not, but it is the truth. And that's the reason why I am so happy. I am really, really happy for him. He's the most humble Filipino guy that I met him in Japan actually. We've been waiting for a taxi and I didn't know that he's actually in front of me until he asked question, and then I found out like, oh my god, his face is so familiar. And now, my gosh, 1.1, so I'm just so happy for him. Yeah, so that's it, everybody. And also, your time, your turn is just around the corner, so just make a decision. If you're a business partner, just keep going no matter what. Just keep going, because your time is there too. All right, so that's it, everyone. Thank you so much and have a good one. Bye bye.
This is my moment, watch me shine. I'm unstoppable, feel it in my soul.